Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Give me a second. I have some more things to take care of here. We have a new student who needs a spot. So give me 1 sec, everyone.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember the CRN for this class? I'm sure I can find it, but if someone knows it. No, I have it in my calendar. Yeah. So I just don't remember which one of these is in person, or I think this one's whichever, it doesn't matter. Hold on, I have it here in the roster. I have it here in the roster. That's the best bet. Okay, so is everyone sitting in the same spaces they were before? So the nearest. This is gonna be.
Do you still need the CRN number?
No, I found it here.
Six 69148.
Have to fill this out and take it there, but for now, okay. What are we gonna do? It's this here, I hear it. You hear that well with that ear, so you need to be sitting on that row. Yeah, the problem is that, there's two people prefers not to have anyone.
Like,
This
this way, you can see.
Then go ahead and take this one.
You talk so teacher can hear you.
Can you hear me, Diana?
I'll ask Jane.
Can you hear me?
No.
I
He's
don't think
helping
Diana.
somebody.
Sit here. I'll ask them to move back.
Diana, can you hear me?
Download it.
Maybe you
That's
can't hear her.
He's helping somebody.
Still okay. All right, sorry, we have to have some movement around.
No, I always see like the boy.
What's that? Oh, yes, there you go. Okay, so sorry about that. When Jane and Gladys arrive, remind me that I need to tell them that I've had to move them back. Today, we're gonna download files, so as of today, it matters that you guys stay in your computer in your same spots. Whoa, and there is name tags. So I'm gonna start putting them. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now, what, we'll put this back there where they usually have been. So guys, I'm gonna put the roster here from now on. Because all of the chairs are getting full. Come here and get your name tags. And sign in to today's class. Over here, and Helen, you're gonna have to write your name by hand. I'll write the word Helen here. But I you put in your last name and your signature. And then I just gave you computer 14. So you need to fill out the rest of the sign there. And then everyone else, please. Yeah. I hand wrote the word Helen. Okay. Sorry, it's just that I have assigned computers in here, assigned desks, and I had to switch a little bit for Helen, who just arrived. Okay. Glasses to my computer glasses, and we're up and running. All right. Here we go. Elena, could you show her where to sign to make sure where to put her name? Okay. All right, here we go. I have, fortunately, everything seems to be working today as far as screens and everything, so that's really good news. And we're going to continue with our conversation of what we're going to do with our files. So everyone, do you know your pipeline username and password? Oh, when they told you to sign up, they didn't tell you that? Oh, because you can't turn on a computer until you know it. I'm gonna have to send you back there and tell them that you need to get your pipeline, and meanwhile, take that and go ahead and sign, take that too. Yeah. And tell them you need help with your pipeline. In your name and password. Okay. Yeah, at the office, they tell people to just come and join, but they don't prepare them to be ready, and I can't take everyone else's class time away, so I'm just gonna do my best.
We
All right.
don't see you, we just see your picture.
Oh. Thank you for telling me that. I need to turn this video on. There we go. Thank you for saying that, Julie. If you don't point it out, I wouldn't know. So that's great.
Did
Okay,
you see that odd chat? I don't know who that is. Dorothy's Otter Pilot?
Dorothy?
I don't know what that is.
Are you there, Dorothy? No. Dorothy is coming in right now, Dorothy Oxnard. Who has something called Dorothy's Otter Pilot?
I don't know. It's very bizarre.
Who is that? Yeah, that's that's not good.
No.
Okay, Lorraine, I see what you're saying about being there, but right above you, so Dorothy, can you hear me? Dorothy Oxner now. Can you hear me? Can you please speak?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so there's a thing here that says Dorothy's Otter Pilot. It just happens to have the name Dorothy, so I'm wondering, is that yours or not? Do you know what it might be?
No, yeah, mine, it's automatic.
But what is it?
I think I can get rid of it.
But what is it?
It's, it's kind of, it's artificial intelligence, I think, will
Okay, it's gonna take note,
outline, the whole class. Yeah, notes, or, yeah.
which is fine. Yeah, I just never
Is
heard
that
of.
okay if I,
No, that's fine. I'm just.
Yeah.
Noticed it. Follow along the trend. You'll be able to see screenshots of key moments and highlights again. Sorry, after the meeting. I'm interested in knowing what this is about, but maybe let her send me a link
Yeah.
or something to it so that I can look it up, because I have never heard of it. And
okay,
I
okay.
want to know what it's all about.
I don't,
I just
I'm
clicked.
using a different computer, so,
No, I just clicked on it, and it's basically something's writing everything that I'm saying.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Well, maybe that's,
and it'll condense too.
okay, that's great. Okay,
You
just
can't-
so you know, you can also, in my
Okay.
recordings, you can turn on the subtitles so that when you watch the recording, you can also see the writing. Okay, so we're gonna do that again, and where to get the recordings, because I know that since that I haven't really explained that well. Okay, so last class, I began to show you how to use a Finder window and how to move around the Finder window. Who remembers what is a Finder window? What is it used for? To find your stuff,
Location.
your files. Someone up there is saying what? You don't store things in the Finder, rather you store things in your computer, and the Finder tells you where it is, right? It's kind of like, the Finder is the operating system, right? Only it shows you what and where your things are, what you have in your computer and where they are. Okay, so when I share my screen right now with you, I'm going to share this one. Okay, and then I need to move it in here so that people at school can here in class can see it. Here we go. I need to pop out. Hold on, I need to get the participants to pop out so that I can control where you. Let me stop the share for a second. Because right now, the way I see you guys is. Share again. They. Where's this? Okay, I had to change how the pop-up works from my computer. Give me a second. All right, here we go. That way people here can see. So what I'm sharing right now with you guys is my laptop. My laptop has Sonoma is the software that's installed in this computer. And what I have here is so to say, a computer that has a lot of stuff on the desktop, right? And I actually put a little bit more. And that's stuff that we were talking about here last week about why they should be or not on the desktop. But I showed you that this is the only thing you can see, just what's on your desktop. And when you have things open, it gets covered up. So you can't see anymore, not only what's on your desktop, but you can't see anything else that's in your computer. So the way to see what's in your computer is by opening the Finder window. Now, how many of you guys have ever opened a Finder? How many ways are there to open a Finder window? Say that. Can you describe a few? I showed you at least two the other day. Anyone remember?
The apple,
One is by going up to the apple.
the faces.
Well, hold on. When I go to the apple, where do I go then? Because it's not necessarily on the apple. It's after I see the apple and I go over to the word Finder. Okay. And I can not even to the word Finder, to the word File. And I say New Finder window. Okay, so go to your apple. Everyone do this. And then to the word File and say New Finder window. And this window is going to pop up. And it will have more or less things on it, but this window is going to open up. Now, this window is helping me look inside my computer. Let's close it. Remember I told you not to close things with the red dot? Remember last? Okay, you can't close an application with the red dot. You can only close windows with a red dot. And this is a window. And so I can close this one. A Finder window can be closed with a red dot. So I'm going to close it. What other way can we open a Finder window? Say that again.
2 fingers, press down on the Finder image.
Okay, go down, not 2 fingers, just one, down to the little icon here on the dock that says Finder. Just a single click with 1 finger. Just regular click, and there it is, a Finder window opened up again. Okay, that's 2 ways to open up a Finder window. And then the third way to open up a Finder window, and this is only for people who are a little bit more, hold on, because Gladys is here. Gladys, there's a student who just arrived who is hard of hearing. So I put her here, but you and Jane were here. So can you guys go here and there? It's not like we did in the first one. This is fine. I mean, we just needed to move you guys back because she needs to be here. We don't have to do the same. Well, today we're going to download class files. So as of today, it will matter, but you even have your own laptop, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. But it will matter for Jane because she uses the computer, and so she's gonna have to download her files. All right. Let me hold on. I need to change the view. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to have you guys there is where I normally see you, but I can't have you guys there. Okay, never mind. If you at home are trying to call my attention because you are raising your hand or something like that, I'm having to look this way. And right now I can't move you guys to the other screen. So you need to speak up or write it in the chat or something that you need to be there. Oh yeah, can you turn the inside light that needs to be off?
Spotlight?
No, I need to figure out what's happening with the recording. Yeah, just no, turn the outside light, not that one, the other way around. That one, yeah, that's right. Thank you. I had to change the lights here, I forget. Okay, so that's two ways to make a finder window, to open a finder window. So going to the near the apple, if this says finder, then you go to file, new finder window. But look over here.
A
On the-
spotlight?
No. On the right side of the word new finder window, you see this little icon here that looks like a little flower and an N? You see that? That is a shortcut. It's command key. Look at your keyboards and see that to the right and to the left of the space bar, there's a key called command, and see how it has that little kind of a little squiggle flower? I call it a flower because it isn't really, but you know what I mean? Squiggle, look at your keyboards. Okay, so that means that if I press Command N, then I'm going to be able to open a Finder window as long as I'm on the Finder. So let's try that. If I'm here, I hold down the command, keep it held down, and then tap the N, and there came another command window. So oh, Jane, you're online today. Oh, cool. Thank you. I see that. All right. So Jane, who normally sits there, is online today, so you won't need this computer. Okay, that's good to know. And Jane is writing to me in the chat. For those of you who wonder where I'm getting this from, I have a chat here where people can talk to me, but I have it on the screen. All right. So that's another way to make a Finder window. Now you don't need to do all three of these. All you need to know is one of them. I think the easiest one that's always available to everyone is this down here, the Finder right there. Click on that and open a Finder window. Okay. But for some people who are a bit more advanced or who already know how to do this, I give them varieties and options. But you don't need to know all the varieties and options. You need to know just one. And that's the easiest one. You click that Finder window and a Finder window opens up. Now, just as review, how do we move this window around? Who remembers where I need to click to move this window around?
In a blank space.
In a blank space like here?
No.
No,
Yeah, in the blank space at the very top where I see like the title bar, because it has the title of what I'm looking at. I am looking at the word at a folder called recents, and that thing says recents, right? So if I click here and drag around, that's how I will move this one. Perfect. And then if I want to make it bigger or smaller, larger, wider, thinner, and I've got, you're taking up the space of the folder, and then with this here, and maybe you can put yourself here, because otherwise she can't sit on her. Yeah, there we go. Your chair was here, so now it's there. Perfect. And now let me
All of them, you have,
have username and password in there. What's that?
all of them, you have to.
Yeah, this is the
And
big
the
space, but you were, well, it's not so little, this much space, but your chair was in the middle of that one. And yes, we can move her over a little bit too. The Photoshop, what was it? Yes. Okay. All right. So to make this bigger or smaller, I have to put the tip of my mouse right on the edge. There it's not good enough. There it's too far. It has to be right on the edge. And then when I do that, I get a double-headed arrow, and then I can click and change. And the same with the sides, any of the four sides. Or if I go to the corner, I move to it once. All right. So that's all about this Finder window. The only other thing that matters, and this is what you'll have to do on the school computer, Gladys, is that we needed to turn on the status bar and the path bar. Now, we turned those on last week, and at this point, unless you missed class last week, they should be on already. But exactly, so you need to go up to view and say show path bar and show status. Go up to view at the top. And then click on show path bar and then go back and show status bar. Okay, and I never do things for people, but just to catch you up to where we are. so that then you can continue. You're gonna, I'm doing this for you and then. So for now, this is where I'm at. And yeah, and this pops up. and I have to say no to it. And- All right. Cool. This is where everyone is at. All right. What's that?
But
You turn these on. Well, you turn one on, the task bar, and this, the status bar, and that's the task bar. So I'm just showing people that they're turned on. All right. Now, the good news about these two is it's going to help us find information about this. So right now, under the word recents, by having the recent selected here on the left on the sidebar, and I'm going to change my share to be just my window, so it's a bit easier. Watch here, you guys, my screen. Over here where it says recents. And I won't explain what it means right now. All I want you to see is down at the bottom, I can see that it says 149 items. But if I click on something that's in recents, then it tells me the path of how I get there. Head down to applications, which is where everyone has something. Remember that in applications, everyone has something. This one will always open first, and you just need to click on close this window. It will always open first. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It won't work because it's a school thing. It's for my afternoon class, my evening class, not for this class. But it opens up automatically and you just, every time, just close it when you open a computer, okay? All right, so we were talking about how this is a window, a finder window that lets me look in to where I'm at. You have one thing that you. There, this is where we are. Okay. So if I click on the word applications, I see here the applications, and I can see that applications always live in my computer because at the end of this path bar, my applications are in my Macintosh hard drive, right? The Macintosh hard drive is this computer. This is the same for absolutely everyone. Does anyone see something different than that?
Can you see applications on the left hand side now that you? No,
Just with applications, it says Macintosh.
That's the one I think. Yes.
No, this is what you choose,
Mhm.
and here you read this only. So watch. I select applications here on the left, and then I go down to the bottom, and I can see the path of where the applications live. Because remember, like the address that we talked about? So the applications live in the Macintosh hard drive. Let me explain why watch this. Don't watch anything else. I'm gonna now click on this. And what does this say? This says my documents are in the iCloud drive. Versus if I go to my downloads are in the Macintosh hard drive. So for about half of you guys, and we'll find out now, when you click on the word documents, some of you will see that it says iCloud Drive, and some of you will see that it says Macintosh hard drive. So if you are in a school computer, which I guess only Jane, well, YouTube, Helen is, it would say that. But for everyone else, it will say one or the other, right? It won't say. So now, for everyone at home, if your computer on the path bar says that your documents, select your documents and look at the path bar. If your documents say that they're in the iCloud Drive, then give me a green check mark, you guys who are at home. And if it says that it's in the hard drive like that, then give me a red check mark. Okay, so that's for everyone at home. Okay, green check mark if it says iCloud. Red check mark if it says it's the Macintosh. Okay, how about here, you guys?
I don't see the red mark. Okay, okay.
Okay, on the reactions button where you can raise your hands or
Yeah, but there's no Okay.
Yeah, there's a green check mark and right next to it, there's a red X.
Oh, okay, next.
With an X. But there, I guess I said check mark, you're right. Honora, you just give me a thumbs up. The thumbs up disappears and I don't know what it means. So right underneath the thumbs up, you should be able to.
I don't have a thumbs up because I don't have that at the end of mine. I don't see it. At
Yeah,
the end of
I
either
don't see thumbs up. You just gave me a little thumbs up. I just saw you give me a thumbs up.
I did. I tried to give you something else, a face or something, because it isn't there. It doesn't say that at the
All right,
end.
so go to the same spot that you gave me the thumbs up, wherever you went.
Oh,
Click
yeah,
on those
reactions.
page reactions, yes. And there you will see in the middle row, there's a green check mark or a red X.
Right. And here's what I wanted to give you was this because I don't have anything.
Okay, so that means that you didn't turn on these things in the view last week. That's true. You showed up late to class last week. Okay.
Oh, right.
So
what
then
do you-
I'm gonna show you how to do this. Okay, so I need to change my share. So for anyone else, I need to see everyone's answers, okay? So, Dorothy, you haven't given me an answer. And, Michelle, oh, who's Mrs. Brown? Oh, Lorraine, you're there twice. Okay, I see you. You're on the school computer. You had told me that and on your own computer. Perfect. And so, but you answered already in that one, so that's a trip. Patricia, I don't have an answer for, oh yeah, you have the other computer. Okay, so all I need is Jane and Michelle to give me an answer. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this share because I need to ask you guys, but first I need to show Honora again how to do this. So give me a
It's-
second.
yeah.
I need to share my entire screen to do that.
It's on my iPad.
Yeah, but we're not working on an iPad, we're working on the laptop right now, which is different, so.
Yeah.
With your finder like this selected, go up to the word view. And I need to turn mine off so that you can see what to see. Go up to the word view.
View.
Oh, and there's something
I don't
different.
see a view. I don't see a view.
Oh, shit.
Go to view and then go down to show path bar.
Okay, I'm in the Finder, but I don't see view.
Okay, look at my screen
Yeah.
near the apple where it says finder, file, edit.
Oh, yeah.
view.
Apple. And then
View.
what?
It'll
Oh,
say
view.
finder,
Okay, I got
file,
it. View.
view.
I got, okay.
Go down to show path bar.
Show path bar.
Yep, click on
That-
that. And then go back up to view and go to show status bar.
Okay.
Show status bar. And then these two things appear at the bottom.
Oh, they're there. It's there.
So now select your documents folder and tell me if this says iCloud Drive or if this says Macintosh hard drive.
It says iCloud Drive documents and.
Then give me a
one.
green check mark, a green.
Oh,
check-
okay, where
All
am
right, those
I?
of you who are here in here at school. What does it say down there on your computers? Okay, if it says that it's iCloud Drive, when you select the desk, then raise your hands. Okay, you're working. Here it says iCloud Drive up front. Okay, select the word documents, and no, it does not say iCloud Drive, it's a Macintosh. So put your hand down. Yours says, yeah, Max, yours says that. And you're choosing documents, but still, all the school computers will say that.
They
And then
speak
there is. Okay, good, so, there's two, I want to say the wrong name again. Lisa?
Yeah, mine
Okay.
says iCloud.
Okay, so two people say iCloud.
Macintosh, Macintosh.
Oh, it still says Macintosh. Well, surprisingly enough, we only have one iCloud. No, we have two iCloud drives here, Linda and Gladys. Can you guys, anyone who doesn't have their name tag here, it means you didn't sign in. So can you please go sign in to the roster and I again? Mac OS. Yes, it's possible that it says Mac OS instead of Macintosh hard drive. It could say here Mac OS also. Mac OS or Macintosh hard drive, depending on your operating system.
They keep on looking at
No, I'm trying to find out. Now I will begin to explain. Right now, I just needed to find out. So at school, we have two people on iCloud Drive. And 1, 2, 3, 4 people that it says that it's on the Macintosh hard drive. And online, I am seeing lots of green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greens that is on 6 greens. You guys are in the cloud. And 1, 2, 3, 4 that says that it's in the Macintosh. So basically the class is divided a bit evenly because there's a bit more of one there, but then there's less here. You're about half and half, which is pretty typical. And this is a big difference. This is a big difference. So if I told you right now, if you just said that it's in the iCloud drive, write it down somewhere, take note. If yours is on the hard drive, on the Macintosh hard drive or Mac OS, write that down too, because when I begin to explain a lot of the stuff about where files are saved, you'll need to know and remember, oh, mine are in the iCloud drive or no, mine are in the Macintosh, right? So this is something you need to remember because I won't remember for everyone. Sometimes I do, I can look around and say, oh yeah, that person was on the hard drive that was in iCloud, but after a while I forget and I'll say, oh, where are your files? Are they on the Mac or on the drive? And you'll have to remember to tell me this answer. Does that make sense? So if you gave me a green check mark, that means that your stuff says iCloud drive. And Fred just joined us. And I'm wondering, Fred, if you have a second to check in your Finder window, and I'm going to reshare the Finder window. Here we go. And in the Finder window, when you select the word documents, it should say either iCloud Drive here in the path bar, or it should say Mac OS or Macintosh hard drive. So Fred, can you check on yours what it says? And then if it says iCloud, give me a green check mark. And if it says Macintosh, give me a red check mark. And if you still, okay. I'm about to explain. You don't do anything. That's where your stuff is. It's knowledge. And you need to write it down. So when I ask you, are your files on the cloud or on your hard drive? You can say Macintosh hard drive. That's all you need to do right now. Now I'll explain what it means that your files are in one or the other. But right now, I just wanted to learn, for you to learn what this means. Okay? So Fred, whenever you find your Zardev, you can answer me. But other than that, when I have, you're on an iPad. Okay. Oh, so you don't have a laptop actually, Fred, for this? Just Michelle? Okay. Which is good to know. So if you guys don't see, but he wrote on a chat, he wrote, I'm on an iPad. So the file's on an iCloud. That's kind of the answer. And the reason we're discovering this is because, and this is the big old, like everyone pay attention. If you said green check mark, yes, my files are in iCloud Drive, that means that you can also have all the same files that are in your computer. You can see them through the iPad, which is what Fred is saying, and or even through your phone, because not many people have a phone, but an iPad, but just about everyone has a phone, an iPhone. This won't be so on, not an Android, but if you have an iPhone, the same files that are in your computer can be found online on the iCloud Drive, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We spent a lot of time during the Mac intro class with that, but right now, just trust me, stuff is in the cloud, in your computer, and if you pick up your phone, you could see exactly the same files on your phone. That is for everyone who gave me a yes, which is half of you. The other half of you who said no, or for whom it says Macintosh hard drive, and I'm going to share my screen on this screen now, because this here is where I'm going to, so my other computer, hold on, I need to, okay. So on this screen here, I need to move you guys out of the way. On this screen, or it's my other computer, it's my old Macintosh computer. If I click on the word documents, then there it is. It says that it's in the Mac OS. Okay. So over here, these files that exist in this computer live only in this computer and nowhere else. That's All the school computers are like this. This is a school computer. The laptop that I have is set so that the files are on the iCloud and the desktop here is on your computer. And this is on purpose because as you can see, half of you guys have the files on the cloud and half of you have them on the Macintosh hard drive. So I have to demonstrate both samples. Does that make sense? Why I'm having you guys divide yourself in two? Because it's different. The conversations are different and you all need to know where your files are and stuff like that. And I'll explain that more. But what matters to organizing the files is exactly the same. If you have a messed up documents folder in the cloud or in your computer, it will just be as messed up, right? So everything we're gonna do about organizing files and that, it's identical for everyone, okay? All that matters right now, and now I'm gonna share again, that was a very organized hard drive that I just showed you, a documents folder, versus this documents folder in this computer is, there's no organization, it's a bunch of stuff, right? So whichever computer that you are working on, whichever endpoint that your files are on, either in the cloud or on your computer, we still need to organize the files. And as of that point, my class is identical for all of you. The only thing that matters now is explaining how to organize them, how to find them, how to work with them. But anyone whose computer says Macintosh or Mac OS, your files are only on your computer. And if perchance your computer breaks, it falls down, you spill your coffee on it, someone steals it, you forget it in the taxi, whatever happens to that computer, that's it. You lose everything that's on it. Does that make sense? It's nowhere else. So Afra loses his computer, gone. Luisa, gone. I'm just pointing to people here whose stuff is on the Macintosh, on the computer. Stay up there, okay? Don, Julie. Now, why is that? If that's so, and you have your stuff only on your computers, everyone should do this. But most importantly, people whose stuff is only on their computers should definitely create a backup. And in Mac Level 2, I'll teach you how to create a backup. For those of you who just heard this and went, well, if you create a backup, and I'll show you how in some weeks from now, 8 weeks from now, then if your computer dies, at least you have your stuff saved on another hard drive. Does that make sense? So it's not like it's the worst case scenario. This is horrible. I'm not telling you need to put the stuff in the cloud. I'm just saying that if your stuff is only on your computer and computer die, or you mess up and you delete stuff and you destroy stuff, then you at least have your files in a backup. For everyone whose stuff is in the cloud, on the other hand, if your computer dies and crashes, well, guess what? It's still in the cloud. So you can still access the files on your phone, or if you have an iPad, but if you buy a new computer, immediately all those files will go straight back into your computer. So you won't have lost anything. Does that make sense? That's the good and the bad news of both options. Now, as I said, I spent a lot of time in the conversation about the cloud and the iCloud during the intro to the Mac class. So when I talk about it now, I'm going to be a bit more succinct about it. I'll just mention the iCloud. I'll remind you a little bit, but I think I sent you a recording of that.
It's just long story, just please keep on.
Oh, okay. People who did not take the intro to the Mac class, who need to know and understand more this thing about cloud versus iCloud Drive, I can send you the recording of that class because I want you to understand this in the background before I can't teach you the whole class again, but I do have a recording of the class where I taught that. And then you'll understand more the distinction. But basically, for now, just keep it at that your stuff is in the iCloud. That means that you can, if you want, see them on all your devices, okay? And just to show you that that's true, I am going to change my share and I'm going to share my phone now. So everyone who has, anyone who has an iPad or a phone, my share is about to start. Okay, so here's my phone now. And this is from the computer that said my stuff is in my iCloud drive, right? So everyone check your phone and everyone, no matter what you said, check your phone.
I didn't think mine.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. During the first class, we used the phone a lot. In this one, we'll use a little bit less because we're going to organize everything in our computer. But if you have only an iPad like Fred, he can organize it on an iPad. And for me just to show you, I'll always demo the phone. But in this class, we'll use it less. For Mac level 2, we're going to use it a lot again, okay? But we used it quite a bit in the intro. We'll use it for Mac level 2. For this class, I'll show you some stuff. Just keep an eye on it. Bring your phone so that you can follow along with me, but I won't spend much time here.
Could I go? and get it?
Oh, it's here? Oh, in your, in your car. Yes, 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 go get it. I thought you said you left it at home. Okay. All right. So if you're on your phone, we need to find a folder called Files. And not a folder, an app. And if I look around everywhere, I might see it or I might not see it, but who knows where it is? Sometimes your phones are organized, sometimes they're not. So just put your finger down on this little word that says search down there. And just write the word files. Begin to write the word files. Files. No, just on the main basic, yeah, good for someone said on Safari. No, on your homepage, like no app. You're searching for an app called Files. If you know where it is, fine. But if you don't know, you click on this little search, or you just pull your finger down a little bit, like in the middle, some neutral space, and pull your finger down, and that also is a search. And then write the word Files, and you should see this little icon right there that pops up. Oh, right there. Okay. If you see that, click on it, please. Hold on. This is where you'll be probably. You have to show me where you'll be. Hold on, because I don't know where you automatically end up in. You end up in something called Recents, Files today. Everyone's in a different spot. Okay. The 3 phones, everyone's in a different spot. Okay. So,
Browse.
no, hold on. I mean, people were all over the place. So no matter where you are, go up to the word here that says that at the very top that has an arrow and just back out for a little bit, back and back until you get to the word, big word browse and locations. Keep going back, back, back until you get here. And then I'll show you where it is. Okay, so files. Okay. Now, down at the very bottom of your screen, if you don't have what I just, if you can't go back, then down at the very bottom of the window, you have this word that says browse. You can click on this icon and it'll take you here to the browse. Okay? It'll say locations. You won't have the same thing as me, but you'll have somewhat what I have. Okay, so go to yours, open it up. Just, oh, is this an iPhone?
Yes. Well, no, it's enough.
Yeah, it's a, oh yeah, it's an app. Okay, so go back to the home page. Okay, now search, pull down like this and write the word files. Files, F-I-L. Yes, and there you go. That's what, that's enough. There, that's enough, right there. Click on that. Okay. So this is what we did while you were gone, right there. Okay, after your phone.
Yeah. So.
There's things that are here.
Speaking of that.
This is Safari, we don't need Safari now, we're on our phone, so you grab your phone, this is not important, in fact, I'm gonna close it because, we are right here, was looking at your. And you're fine doing it, this is what we do. Documents, we saw that your stuff says 5 days, okay? So now, close this and go to your home page, and now we'll search for files. So this, no, go to the search and write the word files, FILE. Okay. There it is. Okay, everyone there? Is everyone there at home? Anyone not finding it? I want to keep your reds and greens because it shows me who's on what. But is anyone at home not finding it? I had to help a couple people here. If not, speak up. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. No one's writing, so I'm assuming everyone found it. Okay, so the reason we all started in a different place is you might have gone there or not in the past in a class of mine, or you might have used it. But this takes us all back to like kind of the bottom. And what I have here is the fact that some of you, everyone should see something that says iCloud Drive, right? Do you all see that? Did you click on the bottom on the, hold on, let me see. You need to click, oh, you must have, oh, you, okay, download it. You don't have it downloaded. So download the app. Some people might have erased the app from their phone if they didn't find it, like someone here, so just download it. It's one of those apps that comes with your phone. It's not something you had to buy or anything. But some people get rid of stuff, and that's fine too. Some people clean up their phones and don't know what it's for, so they get rid of it, or who knows how it disappeared. But yeah, it just comes with a phone. And now everyone sees iCloud Drive, right?
Yes.
But half of you said that your stuff was on the cloud and some of you didn't. We all own an iCloud Drive. Those of you who remember from last class, all our stuff, just by having an Apple ID, an account, which every single person who's here has one, even if you don't know it or remember it. We did that at the beginning. Every single one of us has access to the cloud. Now, let's click on this cloud drive, and what we're going to see then is different based on who has their stuff or not on the cloud. So I'm now looking at okay, we're going to close this out. Remember we said files there, click on that. Yeah, we're here. This here, browse backward, goes backward for a second. Okay, here we go. This is where I'm at. Okay. Now, what everyone is seeing here might be a little bit different. Click on the iCloud Drive. But for the most part, you'll see. If you have your stuff in the cloud, you'll see very similar to me, like mine are sideways. Some of you have it next to each other. But I'm saying everyone who has their stuff on the cloud, which right now here it's only 2 people, but at home it's more of you. You should see the choice to go check out the stuff in your desktop, in your documents, in your downloads. You might or not have something that says Pages. You might or not have something that says Keynote. You might have more things here. But most importantly, ignore all the rest. What you will have for sure is stuff in your documents or in your desktop. Now, if your desktop is empty at home, right? And when I say at home, on your computer, then there'll be nothing on your desktop. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the desktop. And on my desktop, I see here client work, files to print, and then a bunch of screenshots. Lots of screenshots, lots and lots and lots of screenshots. That's what my desktop says. Now, pay attention to me for a second. I'm going to change my share, and I'm going to show you my computer's desktop now. My computer's desktop, if I go here to the desktop, what do I see here? Client, files to print, and a lot of screenshots. You see that? Mm-hmm. And if I close my Finder window and I just look at my desktop itself, there it is. Client work, files to print, alias, and a lot of screenshots. You see that? that is right now what's on my desktop, on my computer. And now I'm gonna share my phone again and hold on. And there it is. In my desktop, I see the exact same things, client work, files to print, alias, and a bunch of screenshots. So go ahead and compare, put your phone, those of you who stuff in the cloud is in the cloud, go ahead and look at your desktop on your computer, put your phone next to it and compare if what you see on your phone is exactly the same thing as what you have on your desktop. Now, this only works for the people who said, yes, my stuff is in the cloud. So in this room here will only work for Gladys and Linda. Does that make sense? Your stuff, let me explain. Helen, Afra, Lisa, and Elena, Helen and Elena. That's okay. Will not work because your stuff is not on the cloud. Your stuff is in your computer only. Did that happen for you guys at home, you guys? The same thing? Let me go one more thing. I'm gonna go now, watch my screen. I'm gonna go up to the iCloud Drive again. I'm gonna go back one and look at my screen, Elena, so that you'll know what to do. Up here, it says iCloud Drive. I'm gonna back out one. And if you see the word documents, click on documents. So here's my documents, and I'm gonna look at this and it starts with Adobe, class files, news articles, Thomas files, travel, and then I have a bunch of loose files. All right. Now I'm going to share my screen with my desktop and open a Finder window. And I'm going to go to documents. And here it is. It's actually upside down, but there's my Zoom, my travel. I should have, let me just give a second and change and give me a second so that it looks exactly like my phone. I need to change time. Okay. Adobe, class files, news articles, Thomas files, travel, Zoom, and a bunch of files, which is exactly the same. And I'm going to go back to my phone now. Exactly the same as the stuff that I show you here on my phone. Give me a second while it switches to my phone. There it is. You see that? Adobe, class files, news articles, phone, right? It's exactly the same stuff. So basically, I am viewing the same things. Can I do exactly the same thing on a phone that I can on a computer? Not necessarily, because I can have big apps on my computer that I can work on. But to say the truth, most apps that I have on my computer have an equivalent on the phone now. So if I want to go to my class files and open an Excel file, it will open in a version of Excel that I have on my phone. Okay, if I want to open a photo, it'll open a photo. So all these files here will open. So say I go to, for example, my Excel file and open this file right there, just so that you guys can see it. There it is. This is the file that I just opened. Okay, you guys, I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. What I'm saying is, this is the same file, exactly the same. It's a bunch of names, right? And I'm going to stop and share again my computer now. And now for the last time, because I think you got the message now, but I'm going to open my class files on my computer. I'm going to go to that Excel class and this is it. The data generator is what I opened. I'm going to double click on that. And Excel is opening up. Give me a second. That's my reminder for your guys' Mac. And there it is. That is the same thing we just saw on the phone. A whole list of names, right? It doesn't matter what the file is, just showing you that this is what I just showed you on my phone. So why? Because all my stuff, I'm gonna stop my share now, and I'm gonna start taking questions and stuff, because all my stuff is in both of my devices, but most importantly, it's in the cloud. So it's in 3 places. If I had an iPad, it would be in 4 places, okay? These will be in any place that has my Apple ID. My computer's Apple ID. My stuff will be in the cloud as long as I have checked a specific checkpoint that allows to have my files there. And that's in my system settings. A lot of you guys have, I'm going to close my Excel file now. A lot of you guys have No idea how this happened. And it happened because you bought your computer and they set it up for you at the Mac store. And what they do is they automatically say yes. I mean, it automatically wants to go to the cloud. Those of you who have computers from a long time ago and you've just updated your computer or you still have an old computer, in the past, this didn't exist. So then even if you updated, your computer keeps the memory that you don't want them there and keeps them on your computer. Does that make sense? As you change. So you might have no idea that normally it's people who bought their computer and when they were setting it up, there's one little place which says, little check mark, keep your stuff on the cloud. And if you don't want it, you have to check it and say, do not do that. So you have to opt out of it. If you don't opt out of it, if you don't even know what it's asking you, would even know it, then you just kind of continue with the automatic setup of your computer. All your stuff automatically gets posted onto the iCloud drive. Does that make sense? So now, questions. Honor, your hand is up.
I was just looking at my iCloud on my phone and it has this advanced protection. Should I have that on?
In the files in your iCloud drive?
Well, yeah, iCloud, it says do more with iCloud photos, blah, 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 blah. And then it says advanced data, it says share with your family, and then it
Okay.
says advanced data protection.
Okay, but you're not looking at a folder. You're looking at settings for your iCloud. And that's
Right.
not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Right now, where I told you to go to the Files app, that is an app that is your Finder on your phone. It just shows you your files. That's it. And that's all. It shouldn't be like settings or anything right now, where I told you to go right now. It doesn't mean that there's not other choices that say iCloud Drive. But within the app called Files, it's the equivalent, say equal files on a phone is equal to the Finder, if you want, on a Macintosh computer, on an Apple computer. Does that make sense? So the
So
files is showing you your files. On a Finder, it's showing you your files. It's what's in your computer. So what you need to do, and I'm going to share my phone again, is you need to get to the Files app. So let me show you again how to do that. Let me share my screen one more time. Go to your setting, to your, not to your settings, to your home page. Okay, so you're not in settings or anything like that, because there's
Okay.
other places I've taken you before in the settings for iCloud Drive. Right now, you're in your main homepage, anywhere,
Okay.
not in an app.
Yeah.
Go to the search.
Yeah.
And now start writing the word files, which is the name of the app. And even with the FIL, there it is, it shows up, and it should look
Oh.
like that. Click on that, select that with your finger, click, and the app with files will pop in.
Well, mine, shows all my things.
It shows all your things, like what you have on your computer. I don't know now if you said yes or no to whether your stuff is on the cloud or not. What did you say?
I put it on the cloud. Okay, now
Are your files, the only thing you guys can't, you can share your screens with me, you guys at home, but you can't share your phones with me. So I really, whenever I teach the phones thing, I kind of have to trust that you're going to the same place I'm going because I can't see.
okay, so how did I get to documents?
Okay, so hold on, I need to get in again. Okay, so if you go up at the very top there and stop, or go down to the word browse right there, it should take you kind of to the beginning, and then you would click iCloud Drive, and there you would see desktop or documents. But this only works if you have your stuff in the cloud. For the people who don't have their stuff in the cloud, if you go into your documents or not, it won't be there. Now, I don't know. I mean, do you have a laptop or a desktop? Yeah, so we don't know where your files are, but we can guess that I'm seeing, I'm gonna click on your desktop, see it says there's 55 files, so click on that. And do you recognize this as things that you have on your desktop at home in your computer? Yeah, so your stuff is on the cloud. It's a discovery. So your stuff, those three of you guys are on the cloud. Because See, Helen just showed up today in class. She doesn't have anything of her own in any computer here, and her computer's at home. She doesn't have anything of her own here. She just opened her phone, went to the phone files desktop, and there it is. Those are all the files she has on her computer. And she has them right here on her phone. Pretty cool if you're traveling, if you need something, if you want to work somewhere else. And guys, this all started before the pandemic. But the only reason, and I have to tell you, the only reason the pandemic worked as well as it did for everyone who has a job that isn't of human service, let's say, serving plates, you know, dishes, and that kind of stuff, but everyone who works in any office, or even if they're researchers or whatever people do, that doesn't have to be body presence, it worked because of this. Had the pandemic happened 10 years ago, the world would have stopped because no one could continue working. You had to go into your office to work. Because the pandemic happened when it did, and everything in the world has any app, everything has an option to go into some cloud right now. The Apple products, the iCloud Drive, it's a brand name, it's the iCloud. Google, each company, Microsoft, Excel, you name it, the app that you want to name, no matter what, they have a counterpart in the cloud. So everyone is able to go home, pick up their phone at first, see their files there, and then it probably the school work, if they didn't have one, they gave them I don't know if they gave them computers or if they had to use their home computers, everyone was able to work from home. Because the same files they had in their office that they went to in their cubicle all day, guess what? They show up in your computer now at home. And so the world went on and work still happened because, yeah, it's all in the cloud. The cloud means you can access it from anywhere that you have access to through a particular password or another. For us, it's the Apple ID. No other hands up. I don't see any other questions. Anything? Yes, Afra? No, but right now we're on the phone. What I'm showing right now, what I was showing you, here is your Finder window, which is what I was showing. Okay, and all I did is ask you to click on documents and read if it says Mac hard drive. Yeah, and in your case, it says Mac hard drive. That's the only thing you need to do with the computer. I didn't touch anything else on the computer. So I'll leave it there, which means that your files are only here. That's it. If this dies, Lauren told me to give you guys a break. Okay, almost. They're gonna finish this concept and we're going on break. If your computer dies, what happens to all that stuff? Where is it? Gone. There's no shoulds. This is a good question. There's no shoulds if you should or not put yourself on the cloud. When we come back from break, I'll talk about the good and the bad of that. The main thing I'm pointing out right now is that where you can access your files from changes according to that one little checkbox. I'm going to go show you that checkbox. I'm not telling you have to check on that checkbox. I'm going to show you where it is, and you can choose to stay the way it is or to check it and have your stuff go to the cloud. There's advantages and disadvantages. Very few disadvantages, a lot of advantages, but there are some disadvantages. So I'm going to talk about that when we come back. But mainly, I want you to know that it's your choice. Yet, if you look at Gladys's computer, whose stuff is on the cloud, or Afra's computer, whose stuff is on her computer, they will work exactly the same. So it's not like if you put your stuff in the cloud, your stuff will work differently. No, your computer will look exactly like it looks right now. Identical. Your desktop, you will see your desktop, your documents, you will see your documents. It's just that additionally, that stuff will have a counterpart in the cloud, thus that you can access from different locations. Yeah, hold on, Don, your hand was up. Did you get your question?
I think you answered my question when you said you were going to show us where that checkbox is to have them sync up.
I'll do that when we come back. Lisa?
Okay.
So on here it says Macintosh only,
Mhm.
but on here it looks like it does have some of the stuff that I have.
Well, you have nothing in your documents
Yeah, I have
here,
nothing.
nothing in your
Okay,
desktop, so there's there's three things in your recent, so you
Yeah.
have nothing here.
Yeah, but like, it has pages and.
Yeah, but is there anything in it? 0 items,
Yeah,
okay? Pages, so. Are these your files?
yeah, but I'm thinking this was from an old computer that I.
Yeah, look, 2015, 2016. Okay, so at that point, you put them there and then never again. Okay.
Oh, and this is something that I download, or somebody sent me this
And you downloaded it on your computer or on your phone?
on my phone.
So it's on your phone, but it's not on your computer.
It is on my computer and it's under recent.
It's under recent. Recents is so different. Recents is, I haven't explained.
Even though I
Recents.
download it on my computer.
Recents is not, it's interesting to see, if you look at where that file is, it says in the iCloud.
Oh,
It is not on your computer versus this, all these three things, you have nothing in your computer. The three things you do have are on the iCloud drive, which is different than your desktop and documents. I'll explain more about this. Let's take is there any other questions from you guys at home?
no.
Okay, Elena, you have one more question?
I'm not connected with your program. Look what I am.
You're not connected, your iCloud storage is full. Yeah, if you go to your browse and go to your iCloud drive, it just has nothing. Some of you might have received, like Elena just did, a message that says your iCloud storage is full, okay? We'll talk about that when I get back. So when we get back from break. So now, what time is it? 3:32, so be back by 3:42. Oh, we changed to 3, so it's 3:33, so be back by 4. By 3:43, in 10 minutes. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Math and I don't get along. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
And back and,
Thank you. I'm all well now. My hair is growing twice as fast.
oh, nice.
So I'm pretty happy. What are you doing? Well, I'm
Uh,
working out at the gym and.
She was,
couldn't
no,
leave
she
it
was
home.
ill and
I
she
was ill.
recovered.
I lost 20 pounds.
Last time she came to class and now she's
And my-
saying now she can.
My
handle it.
hair was falling now.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm back. Tell me if you're back. Give me,
Hello,
control of life. I see your videos, but if I don't see your videos, then give me a yes or something to show me you're there. Okay, so, Honora, Jane, Michelle, Fred, Dorothy, let me know you're there. Okay. So, now, oh, the video, yeah, so let's, things.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Put that for now, and here's your email.
Yeah, I made it on my check.
So now this is, yeah, down from the bottom, mail. Okay, so, yes, I saw Lorraine's. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. Some people wrote to me in the chat. Okay, so, as you can see, some of the people who need to know this didn't make it back yet. Helen is signing up and I don't know where Afra is, so. All right. So my goal today is to begin to show you, to explain two things, to begin to show you how to create these, this organization that I'm saying. And also the first thing I said I'd do, which Don asked, whatever, is to show you how can you choose to have your things on the cloud. So I'm going to show that really quickly for people who do want to put their things on the cloud. But I'm not telling you you have to do it. I just want to be clear. I'm not saying you need to do this. I will keep explaining good and bad, pros and cons, but I'm going to show you where you make that choice. And as usual,
you have to share your screen.
I don't have anything yet. So as usual, I need to first check if you are on well, Sonoma, Ventura, or if you are on Monterey and older, because where you find this is a little bit differently. So first I'm going to show you on Sonoma. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen with Sonoma. And
Deanna, we can just see the class. We can't see you. Okay, now we can see your screen.
I'm working on it. Oh, I see why you don't see me. Yeah, there it is. I wasn't sharing anything until right now, but yeah, I should have. I can see where the video was off, so thanks for reminding me to turn this video on. It needs a second click. I always think I have it done and then it's not done until I do it again. Right, so this is for people who are on Sonoma. You need to go to, okay, what I'm doing right now, to be clear, let me clarify what I'm doing right now. I am showing you, those of you whose stuff is on the cloud, don't change anything. Right? If your stuff is already in the cloud, leave it. Don't change this. This is only for people who said that their stuff is on their computers, but who want to put their things on the cloud as well. Okay? So we need to go into the iCloud. And if you are in Sonoma, you would go like going up here to the top of your settings to find it, and then you would click on iCloud. So you go ahead and open your, oh, you don't have your preference. Hold on, I need to keep this here. Give me a second. Okay, I'm just doing something. So this is your system preference. Your computer there does not look like what I'm showing you right now. It looks different. It looks like that computer. So right now I'm showing you this.
Why?
So because I have two operating systems. So right now I'm showing for people who are in Sonoma. Before I actually show this, is anyone here interested? Those of you who have stuff in the cloud, I'm assuming that Don, you're interested. That's why you asked. Is anyone else interested in moving their stuff, well, from the computer, not moving it, it'll be in the cloud as well as on your computer? Don, were you wanting to do this or you just wanted to see where?
I think I want to do it.
Okay, do you have, and here's why I'm asking, do you have, what operating system do you have to know where to demo this?
Sonoma.
You're on Sonoma, okay, good, so then I'll keep
Yeah.
demoing this thing. Good, so right now, what I'm doing, Afra and Helen, I am showing people how, if they want to put their stuff on the cloud, how to do it, okay? Your stuff is already on the cloud, Helen, yours is not. So if you want your things to be on your computer and on the cloud, I'm showing you how to do it. If you say, do you say yes to that or not? Yes, you want that to happen to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so open your system preferences. So get in there. So now open your system preferences right there. This system settings, yeah. On that. Okay, and go up to your name. Oh, and then click on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and click on the word iCloud. Now, once you get in here, hold on. Once you get in here, you will see, and this is for people with Sonoma, you don't have Sonoma. When you get in here, no, you have, hold on, you don't, trust me.
Yeah.
When you get in here, you have a place that says iCloud Drive. Right, click on iCloud Drive. In my case, it says on. Click on iCloud Drive. I'll show you how to do it on yours. And here, click that. There you go. Okay, so now when you get here, the desktop and documents folders, you have to turn this on.
So Don,
Okay, so like Afra here had his gray, and now he clicked on it and it's on. That's it. Don't touch it again. Don, did that work for you?
Works for me. Thank you.
Okay. Now I'm gonna show it in the Monterey because Elena wants to do it and she's in Monterey. So now what this means, you guys, let me just show you this for everyone though. For those of you who are already in the cloud, who somehow this was already done before for you, or you already did, or someone did it for you. It means that there are these many apps, 14 apps will be now syncing from your computer to the iCloud Drive. So if you click on these to see which ones, and it's this group of apps, we're going to be talking about it in a little bit, but these apps will now go to the cloud. The only one that you still would have to make a choice is in your photos. And this is the only thing that I want to add. If your computer says that you don't have any more space, what you need to do is begin to pay or pay more. So when I go over here to account storage and click on manage, for free, you get 5 gigabytes worth of space. And if you begin to put in things like photos, you're going to run out of 5 gigabytes pretty quickly. You can, so at that point, one choice is to begin playing. So there's 99 cents per month, you get 50 gigabytes. And remember, for free, you get 5 gigabytes. 5. When you pay $1 per month, you get 50. So that's a lot more. And for many people, that's enough. If at some point your computer begins to say that it's full again, then you have to move up to $2.99 per month. Mm-hmm. And this is what's new since the last time I taught this. The only other thing you could do after that was go up to $9.99 a month. I've only known 1 or 2 people who needed that much. That's a lot of money. But for example, if you, Yolanda, who's not here today, if you have all your family members on it, because you can share that space, then it becomes cheap again, right? Because everyone can use that space. These are new. This did not exist, but as people do more and more videos and stuff like that, professional videos, they begin to have some real intense needs. For better or for worse, the more you update your phone, the more capable your camera is, it can take videos in really high resolution, which is wonderful for people for like my son, who's a filmmaker. But other than that, most of us just need a little clip to remember the beautiful, scene. And so then you can change the settings on your camera to make those videos be smaller. But if you don't, they're huge. You begin to need more space. So this has been added for the first time, I think in December, I don't know when these got added, that you now can go and pay that much and that much, which for people who this is a business or something like that makes sense. I doubt paying that much per month makes sense to regular people, but it didn't even exist before. So now that's possible. But most of us would hover between these 2 or 3, okay? Which is the ones that have been available for eons, since the beginning of the cloud. Okay, so now I'm going to stop this share and go ahead and share how to do this in Monterey. Elena, this is how you would do it. So I'm going to share how to do this in Monterey. In Monterey, you need to open your system preferences in Monterey. And they look like this. Okay, and that's what you have right there. Okay, so now go into the iCloud Drive. You would go in here into Apple ID. Okay. And at the Apple ID coding, iCloud, like that. Okay, right there, and then go ahead and click on iCloud options. Okay, so then over here, you would go to iCloud Drive options. And here's a choice. See, this computer is the one that I do not have stuff in the cloud. And why? This thing is off. It's not clicked on. Okay. So that's why my stuff here does not. And notice what I'm talking about is desktop and documents folders. Remember that again and again and again. That's the only thing I'm putting in the cloud is desktop and documents folders. Okay, so you hit options right there. And you need to say yes to that. But you already had been told that you're running out of space, so you for sure are gonna need to start paying 99 cents a month.
Why don't you start out like this, then erase it?
You'd have to
I don't know.
erase a lot.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, so if you want this to happen, you have to check on that. Let me look for a
For
second.
the time being, in the
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so,
I would say. for the time.
okay, so I'm
Mm,
gonna click on that. And over here, it'll say you need to pay, so click here, right? And then you'll say done. Let me. And now you have to put in your computer password and then it'll ask you for a credit card and stuff like that.
Oh. I
Well,
don't have
that's how you
anything
pay.
like this.
What's that?
I don't have all this information.
All right, so then you have to do it later, but, or bring it here next
Yes.
time and you'll be able to do it here. So now let's leave this. Let's just close that. And, that,
All I have is.
and then. We're back. You'll have to, you need to put, okay, so Elena wanted to do this, but her computer says that her iCloud Drive is already full, right? So when she went to click on this to do it, she needs to start paying $1 a month, 99 cents a month. Okay, so if you have space enough or not, depends on whether you can do this. So let me show you down here. Now, well, actually, let me not show you down here. For now, let me stop with that share. That's enough. If you want to put your stuff in documents in the cloud, in the future, you can ask me again. Right now, Dawn and Afra, who just chose, and Elena chose it, but she doesn't have space. What you need to do is wait a little bit, because it takes a while. If you have 3 files, boom, it's already done. If you have 300 files, you know, all your files on your computer need to go through Wi-Fi and copy themselves out to the drive. So it's not like it's ready now. but it'll be ready within the next day. Does that make sense? So give it a little bit of time. And then you'll be able to find your stuff through your phone and so forth. Now, you can actually go to your phone now and you'll see that you probably can reach your desktop and your documents right now. I'm not sure if the stuff is there yet, though. Did you do that? Is it on your phone? Oh, it's already there.
Already there.
Wow, there you go. That's how quick, as long as you're on Wi-Fi, that's how quick it is. And in fact, if you pick up your phone after, let me see. And you too, open your phone. Go to the files. Same file app that you were before, like that, and go to that files app. And see desktop and documents, and have you go to your desktop. This is the same stuff you have here. Okay, so. here to do this. So these 3 files that you have in your desktop, now you can see them on your phone. And anything that you have in your documents. If you go to your documents. That is there. And this just happened right now because you just said yes on that click. And I don't know about you, because I don't know, wait until you have space. It still says that your output is full, so. Yeah, you're gonna have to first, you need to have some space. So when you get home, you do that, click on get more storage, right there. And the same choices will appear. Click on this one, say upgrade to iCloud, and what you need to do here is you need to put. Yeah, so subscribe to that, say subscribe. And you just need to put in your password, Apple ID password. Do you know your Apple ID password? That's the only thing you need to know. Your Apple ID password. Yours is already set. Your stuff is in the cloud. Apple ID password. Again, we talked about it a lot before. If you don't know it, you have to get, the only people who can help you maybe is the Apple store.
I think.
Call the Apple people.
I think I just need to know what the knowledge.
Okay, then try it and see if that one works. Okay, so, all right, now back to Finder window. So now I'm back to Finder window. Doesn't matter if it's, from now on, it doesn't matter at all if it's Sonoma or Monterey or Ventura, or if it's on the cloud or on your computer. From now on, all that conversation doesn't matter to anyone. From now on, all that matters is that if you click here on the Word desktop or documents, all the stuff that you see here will say that they're in the iCloud for everyone who already had them, and now also for Afra and Dawn, and soon to be Elena as soon as she can find her password, okay? And for the rest of you, then when you click on documents, you still have your stuff in the Macintosh hard drive. That's fine, nothing is good or bad, it's just the way it is. Now, let's start exploring what these things are, what these places are. The first place that I had you guys go was to applications, yeah? Now, applications is the one that you won't see on the iCloud drive. You won't see on the iCloud because applications only belong to your computer. Your phone has different applications. It cannot run the same software. The phone software is different than the computer. So these applications are all the apps that make things run on my computer when I go and click on the word applications. Yeah. So if you look down here, for everyone, they say that in your Mac OS or in your Macintosh hard drive. Does that make sense? Everyone try that out. And you'll see that on Ventura, it says Macintosh hard drive. On Monterey and older, it says Mac OS. Okay. Sorry, I meant to click here on documents. One other here clue. Let me share from my other computer. Now I'm going to go to this other computer. And one other clue is that over here, my desktop and documents folders are showing up under favorites, but they're not showing up under the iCloud. You see that? In the other computer, my desktop and documents were here under the iCloud word. But now on this computer that does not have, see, my desktop and my documents, they say they're in the Mac. My desktop and my documents say they're in the Mac. And these two are showing up outside of the iCloud drive. They're not under here. Versus if I share from this computer, if I go to the favorites, that's not where they are. Desktop and documents are here under the iCloud. You see that? That is another clue. So this should have changed now for Dawn and for Afra, that your stuff is showing in a different place. Does that make sense? Now, sometimes you still have something here that still says documents or something. If so, you can get rid of it. But this is really showing you that now these are in the iCloud drive. Those are the only other differences. From now on, it doesn't matter. That's it. I've stopped explaining differences. Now, the next thing that is never going to be in the iCloud is downloads. Every single person, the word downloads should be at the bottom in your hard drive, Mac OS or Macintosh hard drive. Okay. And actually, let me show right there. So applications and downloads exist only on your computer. Now, let me explain. If I go to the internet and I click on anything that I want to download, or if you send me an email with a photo of my dog and I download it, I'm downloading. The word download means put it in this device. So if you are on your computer and you say download, that file gets put in your computer in the downloads folder. Does that make sense? That way you can find it. Anything you download, just click here on the downloads folder and there it is. Now, if you've not taken my class before and you've used your computer for a long time, if you go to your downloads folder, you should see it like this with a lot of items, 90 items, a lot of stuff. If you've taken my class before, you probably already have a pretty clean downloads, or maybe you've never downloaded anything on your computer from anywhere, then it could be pretty empty. So everyone select downloads and then read this number and then write it in the chat. Those of you who are at home, tell me how many things you have in your downloads. So I'm going to start by saying that I have, and you don't need to put your name. I'm just going to put 90 and you'll see that it says from Diana said 90. So you'll see that it'll say your name. So Julie said 14. I said 90. Keep looking. Okay. So in your case, when you put down downloads, remember to say 13 items, it says there, okay? So these are things that you downloaded on your computer and they live on your computer, not on the cloud. So keep an eye on that. This is a computer, so you won't find it here because as I'm saying, the downloads live on your computer, which you don't have here. You can play with this, but there's nothing here yet. You know what I mean? Okay. That it's not going to be on your phone, guys, nor on your iPads. Because this, right now, this downloads refers to downloads on your computer. There's other downloads for the iPad and stuff like that, but this is on your
How do
computer.
we get?
Okay, so,
27, police report.
Okay, how many does yours have? Okay, over here, it's pretty minor. People have 13, 27, 22. You probably don't. You have 294, okay? I'm looking at up here, I'm seeing 18, 24, 142, 41, 235. You guys, this is what people are writing, okay? So 14, 9, 23, because I downloaded 15 yesterday. You don't have to justify yourself, it's okay. 161, 35, okay? So that's pretty typical. What I am not seeing, those of you who've taken my class before, I tend to see people who suddenly say, 1,000 or 999 or 2,000. Some people have been using their computers for years and every time they download something, it has stayed there. So you guys' numbers are quite, average. But I'm surprised that they're kind of small. Oh, where do you find these numbers? Over here. I'm going to the downloads folder. Okay, so in your Finder window, click on Downloads folder, and then read down here, and it'll say how many items you have. 90 items. Did you find it now, Hanra? Did you find it? Honora, can you speak or are you writing? I'm not hearing you, Honora, so. Okay, I just want to know if you found
I
it.
didn't find it.
You did not find it.
No, where does it have the number? Ah. Oh my
Did
God.
you turn on, you did what I said about view, show tab and show, not show tab, show path bar and
Oh.
show at the beginning of class, you did that, right?
I think so.
So on your Finder window, open a Finder window and click on the word downloads.
Okay. Finder window. I'm in downloads.
Okay, so then if you click downloads, what you see here is everything that's in your downloads. Is that how it's looking for you?
Right, I have a lot. I
Now
can't even,
go down, 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 and tell me if you see these two bars at the bottom of your Finder window.
for some reason, they're not showing. Maybe I need to make, oh,
Well, if
make the
so,
window
that
bigger.
means you still need to turn them on. So hold on, I'm gonna show you one more time how to do it.
okay.
I'm gonna turn them off first because otherwise you don't, okay, so this is, hold on. First I need to turn them off and then mine are on already. Okay, so if your Finder window looks like this empty, and you need to do this at home on your computer, Helen. If your
Uh-huh.
Finder window doesn't show anything, like you just see the stuff and nothing,
Mine are just pictures with names under them.
no, then you're not, what I'm talking about is that maybe, are you seeing that? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
click over here next to it to see the things as a list. But it doesn't matter, even if you see them like that. At the bottom, you should see the bars that tell you how many things you have.
Maybe I have so many I can't get to the bottom.
No, because it
No, it
scrolls
just
up-
says
Okay,
downloads, where if I click downloads, will it tell me how many? No.
you have to click on downloads, not on applications or documents.
Yeah,
Click-
I'm in downloads.
And now read down at the bottom. Do you see something here?
It
Under,
just says, it says Macintosh users, my
yeah,
name.
that's your
download.
path bar, okay. And right underneath that,
For some reason, I can't go any lower.
okay, then.
Oh,
you still
I
need
have to
turn
close
on-
my window. Yeah,
No.
okay.
Stop. Then you need to turn one more on. It's fine. You went to view, you said show path bar, because that's what you're telling me that you show it.
Yeah.
Go like this. You need to go back to view and turn on show status bar.
Where's view? Oh, view. Show
That's the
status
top.
bar.
Show
Okay.
status bar.
Got
And
it.
now that's the one that tells you.
Oh,
how-
there, I have. It says 151.35 gigabytes.
No, that's how much space you have available, but how many
Oh.
items does it say it has?
It says one of 51 selected. Maybe I have 51.
One of 51 means that you have one selected, so then it says one of 90. Like before I had nothing selected, so it just
Uh-huh.
says 90, but when you select one, you have selected one of 90, so that number. So if
I
you're
have
selecting one,
50.
that means you have 51 stuff, okay. Now, I want to show you something on my screen. I need to, but I have numbers. I never. Right? I don't know if I can- It's like, yeah, click on this and it'll wait, just on your desktop, this is kind of a assist. You have it's what blind people use to have them read voice control. I don't know how to turn it off right now. What happens is that if you have a thing, if you're blind, the computer, you have will read to you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, in that order, it'll read you the things that are there. So you have something turned on, I need to figure out how to turn it on. Okay. It doesn't affect you at all, but it's confusing, but it doesn't affect you at all. Okay. One more thing, guys, 2 questions. Why do I have so many things in here? What should stay here? What should not stay here? But also, watch. This has 90 individual things, but look, I have a folder here. This is a folder that holds more things. Watch, what's gonna happen if I click on this little arrow and it opens up. Whoa, I have a lot of stuff in there. And look down here, now it says one of 117. I had 90, now 117. That means that I have about 27 or so things in there. Does that make sense? I'm gonna open this one. Oh, now I have one of 142. Remember it said that I had 90. So in truth, I had more things in here. They were just hiding inside of my folders, which I'm gonna close this folder again. And now it only counts as one. But this is a folder. Folders hold stuff. So when I click on this little arrow to expand the folder, under that folder, all those things now are being counted. So if I were to expand every folder that I have here, because I have a ton, then boom, now I'm at 170, starting from 90, right? And so on and so forth. So you really have even more things here. I'm going to open this one, and I'm going to open that one, and boom, now I'm at 184. So truly what you have inside of things, now I'm going to collapse them and it stops counting. So it only counts the individual items it can see. If you have things inside of folders, then just start adding that up. You know what I mean? Now, it's not about how many things you have, it's about why you have them here. And the goal for today, I'm looking at the time, we have a little bit more time in class, is the following. Ideally, you're going to look through all of these, and this is what you need to do. If you want to keep them, because it's important and you want to always keep them in your computer, they need to be moved to your documents folder. If you don't want it anymore, you need to trash them. And if you don't know what to do, leave them there, and we'll talk about those that you don't know what to do next Monday. So now, how do you move them to document folder and how do you trash them? That's what I'm going to focus on right now. So the goal is to have very little in your downloads folder. If you want it and you keep it here, it's not in the cloud. So for those of you who are in the cloud and you want this file, you won't be able to get it on your, if your computer dies, it's lost and gone forever because it lived in your downloads folder. And if you want to get it from your phone, you won't be able to because it's in your downloads folder, because the downloads folder lives only in this computer. So if this file is really important to you, it should not be in the downloads folder. It should be in your documents folder. Does that make sense, you guys? For two reasons, as I said, so that if your computer crashes, it doesn't disappear, and so that you can access it from some other place. On the other hand, maybe you have something that's so old that you know you don't need anymore, in which case, why is it there? You get rid of it. And many times you get like a form to sign in to register for a class from 6 years ago that you used and you left it there. Well, get rid of it. So say that this is something that I want. So right now I'm going to say that I want to keep this. Okay. I'm going to look at this thing and I'm saying, I really, really, really want to keep this. Yeah. So go to your, I'm going to show you first how to do it. And then I'm going to have you guys choose something that you want to keep just by file name, because you know what it is. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't know what it is, what to do. But say that you know, you look at this and you go, oh, I know that I want to keep this. I can select it and drag it to my documents. See how I put it right here where my documents folder goes blue, and I let go. All right, and it's moved up there. So when I go back to my downloads, it's not there anymore. If I go to my documents folder, it's there. And right now you have to trust it's there. That means that there's 15 minutes less for class. Right, so that's how you would move it. Now, I don't expect everyone to know exactly how to do this. We're going to try it again. But more importantly, I want you guys to know how to discover what's in here and how to trash things. So even if you haven't moved things to the documents folder, and we leave that for next week, what I want you to do is to learn how to trash things. So say that I go over here and I go, I don't need this anymore. Again, say that you know what it is. Right now, I haven't told you how to find out what it is, but say that you look at this and you go, I don't need this anymore. You can right click on it and move to the trash. Right click, to the trash, and it's gone. So now I'm down to 88 because of the 90 that I had. I put one in my documents and one in the trash, right? So I am beginning. Where is the trash? It's another folder that's here, right there, but I can't show it on the share. It's on your doc, way over there. Right now, just don't worry, because it's like a trash in your desk. That if you put it in the trash and you regret having put it in the trash, next week you can take it out of the trash, okay? It hasn't left your computer. It's sitting until you go and take your trash out to the street. It doesn't go away. So for now, as homework for Monday, now everyone write this one down. For Monday, you need to for sure trash everything you don't want. I will show you now to show you what things are if you don't know what they are. And if you can, anything that you do want, you're gonna drag to your documents folder. So it's two things that you're gonna do. We're gonna select our downloads folder and we're going to make those choices. Now, I'm gonna show you how to find out when you don't know what something is.
I'm sorry. What is the second?
Move them to the trash or move them to the documents folder.
Oh,
Now, there's a few things that you won't know what to do with. That's okay. But if out of 54, you don't know what to do with 10 of them, that's great. Next week, we'll talk about those 10. If out of 54, you don't know what to do with, 45 of them, then that means most of those things you don't know what they are. We're gonna explore them. Just the things that you know what they are, that you want, put them in documents, that you know you don't want it, throw away. Right now, that's it. It's a very simple assignment. Anything you don't know, you don't know. So watch, I'm gonna share my entire screen because for this, you need to see what's gonna happen. Say that I look at this thing and I go, I have no idea what this is. Or I have no idea what this is, or I have no idea, like, you don't know. It's been there for forever. You don't know. One thing that's good is that you can look over here and look at the date. This is from August 2023. Okay, that's not so bad. It could be something that's, it's only what, 6 months ago at this point, or 8 months ago. I don't know how many months have gone by. So maybe it's something that I want, but I don't know what this crop and straighten flower is. I don't know. So I select it just like that, one click. And then I hit my space bar and it gets big and I go, oh, that's what that is. And then I hit my space bar again and it goes down. Okay, everyone try that. Click on something,
I did,
one
but
single click, not 2 clicks. Because if you do 2 clicks, you open that file. This is not opening, this is previewing. You preview it. So select a file. I'm showing you, look at my screen. Look at- Hold on, look at my screen. If your downloads is selected right there. Oh, it's so small.
I pulled something out of mine and now I can't, when I go to Finder, I don't have anything except connect to my printer. What did I do?
Hold on for a second, Julie. So get your Finder window. New Finder window. Do it that. New Finder. So I have now, so let's get downloads. And now click on one single click on anything, just single click. Now, no, you double click, so you're opening it. Just click your space bar like that, and you see it and down. It's a little preview. It's just a little preview. I'm gonna help you in a second, but what would happen if I double click or if I hold too long is that it's gonna open. And like if I open this for too long and I double click, it's gonna open Excel, it's gonna open the entire program. I can't get rid of it. That's not what I want. I just want to see it, right? So to just see it, you hit the space bar and you see it.
How do I erase it? How do I-
And then to get rid of it, watch, you hit the space bar again. You're not opening it yet. You're just seeing it and space bar again to go down. And then you go, do I want that or don't I want that? And they'll go, yes, I want that. I want to keep that forever. It's something I truly, truly want. It's not temporary. If so, let's grab it and move it over to the folder called Documents. Go back to Downloads and do that with the next one and so on and so forth. Now, when you look at your files, you can also see that if they're very old, you might not want them because of that. So there's many reasons why you might not want them. But I'm going to select this thing and I'm going to go, do I need this? And I see the space bar. Oh, this is a security thing. I reckon if you look at this and you don't recognize it, you have no idea what it is and you have no need for it, that's a real good reason to not open it. A preview doesn't hurt your computer, but if you open it and that file had viruses, then that's not good. So you don't want to open things in your downloads that you don't know what they are. You just want to look at them. And if you can't understand what they are, leave them there. If you see what it is and go, oh, no, that was a webinar that happened, you know, in November 7th, register for November 7th. November 7th, it just finished. I mean, it's like many months ago. It's done. I don't need this anymore. So watch. Then I 2 fingers down or right click, move it to the trash. And we're going to do that on and on and on to anything that's in yours and keep only what you don't know what to do with. Well, I don't want you to open it. I want you not to open it, but to look at it. It's the space bar.
Oh my God. My downloads disappeared.
You can even go here and scroll up and down. And then when you're done looking at it, it's space bar again. Space bar. Okay, now, do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
Okay, so then now that needs to be in your documents folder. So you can click over here. And now, no, not opening it. You do that, you're gonna lose the name. So you're gonna gently, and this is not that easy to watch. You're going to select it and you're gonna put and just drag it. So look at my finger. Not what happens there. Here. I click and I hold down and then I drag. But not just a single click, but when you single click, I do that. That's what happens. So your name disappears. Okay. So go and put your mouse on that. The one that you're looking at, yeah. Now click down, yes, and drag it. Now let go. Boom, you put it in the document folder. Okay, so you guys, I want to help Jackie, but I also want anyone else who is having issues to help me. And Jackie, you didn't raise your hand, but you had said that something weird is happening. What's happening? Do you want to share your screen?
No, I'm sorry. Nothing's wrong with me.
Oh,
That
okay.
was me. That was me.
Oh, that was Hunter. Okay, then Julie,
So
I don't know.
My-
I thought it was Jackie.
whatever it was we were just looking at disappeared.
Okay,
And
hold on a minute. Julie's in front of you with hands. So yeah, Julie.
On my downloads, I have 4 Zoom installer packages. The latest one was January of this year. Can I go ahead and delete all of those now that they've been installed?
Yeah, but actually, that's the conversation we're gonna have next week.
Okay,
So that's my classes over message. That's exactly the kind of question that I want you to come with on Monday, right?
okay, so I won't do
And
anything.
I mean, I can answer it right now, but in fact, I'd rather they stay there so that I can give the whole explanation of what an installer package means and all that. But if
Okay.
you want to get rid of them, get rid of them. And when I ask next week, what do you find? You can say that. What I'm trying to say is,
Yeah,
that
I'll leave them.
like, I don't know what to do with it. That's the exact question that I want you to come in with on Monday. I
Okay,
looked at this and I don't know what to do with it. Good, leave it in your downloads folder. But
okay,
if you look at it and know what it is, right click trash or move it to documents, okay?
thank you.
Honora, what's your question?
well, my finder stopped working. I took something out of that, whatever we were looking at. And
Okay, share your screen.
how do I do that?
Go down to in the Zoom window, go down to the big green button that says share screen.
Oh, okay.
Click on
Sorry.
that first.
Okay.
Then on the bottom right side of that screen, it says share with a little blue button with white letters. Click on that one. So perfect. Okay. So, all right. So you're looking at your trash right now. So
I was looking at trash but I don't see what I put in it.
yeah, but I don't really want you to be in your trash. I want you to be in your downloads. Okay. So you can do it from there, or you can do it from a Finder window. Go to the Finder down. This is your system settings. Go down to that icon and click one time.
It won't open anymore. My finder window won't open. This is all it does.
Okay.
I'm- Because I took something out of that other thing and put it in the trash and Now my computer isn't working.
Okay, so go back to the trash then, because that was a finder window too. So for you who asked what the trash was, it's also a finder window. So hold on, don't keep moving around. Don't keep
Okay.
moving around. Give it a second. Go and this finder window, this is actually a finder window. That's what you just opened, right? From the trash. Only it focuses on showing you what's in the trash. Now I'm looking at everything that's in your trash and nothing here, nothing that's in the trash is something that could have hurt you in any way, anything. These are just house images and a game, right? So it's got
Right.
nothing to do with what's happening. So relax about that. Now, on the left side of this thing, go click on downloads on the finder window that right now says trash.
Yeah.
On the sidebar, it
Mhm.
says downloads. Sidebar, yeah, go up to downloads.
Downloads.
Click.
Uh-huh.
That's your downloads folder. This is the one that has 48 items. I would make it bigger than if I were you, just to be able to read it and see it. Yeah. Now, close this window. I'm gonna show you another way to get to it.
Okay.
And then close the Epson printer setup too. Okay. Now you're in your Finder. Go all the way up.
I'm in Finder where?
You look at the top where the Apple says Apple icon.
Oh, Finder.
On the
Yeah.
right side, it says Finder. That will always tell you what app you're on.
Okay.
So next to the Finder, go to the right and you'll see file, yeah, not new Finder window. So go down to new Finder window and click on that. That's now this is interesting because that's twice that the new Finder window doesn't go in. This is what I wanted to test. So now let me see. I'm going to request remote control. See if I can do something about this. Go ahead and can you say okay to that? Okay. Go to open system settings. And now there next to the word Zoom. No, don't click on anything. And there, yeah.
Right
Up, yeah.
next to
And now on
Zoom?
the right side,
Uh-huh.
click on the little button on the right side of that word Zoom. Okay, and now put in your computer password, the one that you do when you open your computer up.
Oh, let's see.
It's basically the Mac is trying to make sure that she's okay with me manipulating her computer, which is what I'm asking her to give me access to. By the way, it's 4:30, which means class is over and has been over. So if you have to leave, that's fine. You know what your homework is. If you have more questions, you can hang in for just a little bit longer because I do have, you know, to get ready for my next class. So if something's really truly not working for you or something, please stay after 4:35. All right, so
She's got two, she's got Safari and Chrome open.
yeah, so that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so don't move your mouse anymore.
Okay.
Please. All right, so I need to figure out what's happening that your Finder window is showing you this. So this is a whole different creature. This is your printer setup.
I
which
know,
is-
I put that, I thought I put it into trash, but maybe I shouldn't have.
Well, nothing that you did right now as far as the trash has anything to do with it. So
Oh, okay.
let's head over, go up again. Let me just see. All right, so. Okay. I'm trying to see why this is defaulting, because I can open it. I know how to open it, but I want to know how you can do it. Okay,
Oh, it opened.
no, I'm
Oh, you-
doing this, so it's not like nothing is it happening. I'm doing it, so just don't touch your mouse.
Not,
Trying to see why it's defaulting to the wrong thing, and I have the thing that's selected. What did I say? What does it say right now above new smart folder? Okay, when I did this,
uh-huh.
something up on the top is hiding from me because I have a window in it. So I need you to read to me what it says. Let me show it to you again.
A moment.
Oh, no, hold on. It's very hard when I manipulate a computer of someone else's. I'm trying to go, before I was able to go up to the top using this arrow. Now it's not there. Keeps opening. I did it the first time. At the very top,
Uh-huh.
can you do that? Click on that little arrow right there. There we go. Okay, stop. What's that thing on the very top? Oh, now it says something poetry class. right? Okay. I could, because it's hiding for me. Okay, and then you have new Finder window, new smart folder, go to folder, connect to server, and then you have all these things. Okay, don't use your mouse anymore.
Okay.
Your new Finder window takes you to this. This, we're going to, you don't want this anymore, you said, right?
Right. I've already set it up. I don't need it, do I?
No, if you already set it up, you don't. So now, let me see your trash. It's not going in. And did it live in your downloads before?
It was, yeah, it was in the stuff that we were looking at in the downloads, yeah.
So I need to see where it was. It was the Epson printer. And it's not here. Because what's happening right now is something I've never seen, that the Finder window is opening onto that. So I'm trying to click on it one more time.
I put it in the trash, so
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's not in the trash, and I put it in the trash too, and it's not in the trash. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
do you think it,
Close this window and I click here, it takes me. I need to have the windows closed because right now I have them open. This is, you know what? This is a glitch. What's happening right now is a glitch. And when you have a glitch, I've tried everything I know how to do with it and it keeps happening. So at this point, my suggestion would be, oh, there it is. There it is. Eject. Good. I got rid of it. Okay. It was on your desktop, not in your downloads. Okay. So now there it is. Got it. Fixed it. I was just trying to
so
find.
could I
Okay.
open up the folder now? Will it open?
Now I'm done. Now it's you. I'm done moving your computer, my mouse. Go ahead and open a Finder window and it should work. There it is. Okay. Now go to the left
Okay.
downloads. Go to your downloads. Don't close it. Go down to your downloads.
Done.
Where
Where's
you
down?
were. Okay, where you were. Yeah, that's recents, applications, downloads. Click on that. There we go. This is your downloads. Now, if you want to trash anything from here, do a right click on it and say move to trash. So go to any of those things that says Zoom package.
So over here, click.
Yeah, but
say-
you can go over to the word where it says Zoom. You don't need to go all the way to the date. Go to the word Zoom 4. It works
Uh-huh.
anywhere, but so you know what you're getting rid of.
And how do I say move to trash? I usually just pull
Oh,
it.
please stop moving your mouse. Go to the word Zoom. Go to
Uh-huh.
the word Zoom. Yeah. You need to point to it or it won't work. When you're pointing to it, which you are now you can right click. Are you on a touchpad,
I have a
a mouse?
mouse.
Okay, right click your mouse.
Okay, I don't know what oh, did that work?
No. Have you
I
not
haven't
right?
done a right click before. What is a right click?
Okay, so go down to your system settings. You need to enable it. Go down to your dock, system settings,
Mm.
and then go down at the very, very, very bottom. You see mouse. Click on mouse.
Mhm.
Okay, and so the said naturals go down to the 3 words on the bottom. Yeah, secondary click, go to the secondary click, and on the right, it says off, so go turn that on. Click right side, yeah. Okay, perfect. Now close that. All right, now go to that Zoom thing again that we were trying to get rid of. Select it, okay. Now, on the right side of your mouse, click with your hand. Yeah, that's a right click. And now go down to move to trash and regular click. And there you go. Now, you can't see what's happening because you scroll down. So we don't know if that Zoom thing went away. So go back
Oh.
up.
It did. Did
Okay.
it?
I don't know, but instead of going there to the dates, go to the word so you can see it. The dates is so many. Yeah, right click. And now click on Zoom, move to trash with, there you go. It went away. Okay, right click.
Oh.
And move to trash, right? Okay,
Oh, what did I do?
you double click, so it's trying to install. So
Oh.
now, click on the, click on this thing that says install Zoom and close it. Don't leave it open. Go to the little red dot and close it. Okay, don't double click, right click. And move to trash. It's a third choice always, right there. Okay, and go on and so forth. All right. So there you go. That's how you move things to trash. Now don't
Okay, thank you so much. I'm
You're
sorry.
worry about what's in the trash, because if you made a mistake, next class will show you how to get it out.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, so guys, I'm gonna keep helping people who are here. If you guys are done, you know, go ahead and disconnect. Bye,
you.
see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna learn this.
Here's some settings. Yes. Close it. I didn't. And so what was the-
You'll get it. It's just repetition.
That's fine. Good, I didn't. Okay, then, that those things just. Okay, so why do it? Go trash something. Go to these. Right there. At some point, I don't know how you'll, when you look at it or something, the only way to see the trash is to put something on that and boom, it opens. So it's not a big deal. We're just looking at a finder. You could keep working on this one, right? And look right there. You can just keep that, but it's a finder window. It's a finder window. The only thing is in the regular finder window, you don't see the trash. But see, there's no way to see the trash. But if you open from here, it's a finder window too. Exactly the same stuff, only you're seeing the trash. That's the only difference. Big deal. Oh, you're welcome. So guys, make sure you signed in, and then on your way out, please grab your name tags and put them there. Don't take them home and you'll forget them. Can you take Lisa's back?
Yes.
And then I can just bring yours up this time.
Can you open the same way?
Space bar. No, this is the space. Now wait, now since you did that, you're losing the name, so now you need to go away and come back. When you see, look, every time we do this again, when you see the name, right, click from the top. Where's that one? When you click one more time there, and this happens, that means that you're about to change the name and lose it. I'm gonna undo that, don't do anything. Okay, so when you see it like that, you can't do anything else. You have to leave, if anything else, go back. And continue, like, so otherwise nothing's gonna work. So now, to see it, it's the space bar. Space bar. And if you're done, then space bar again. Yeah.
The other thing in the picture.
There are some books, the Mac Bible, things like that. I can look, I think the Mac Bible. The thing is that most people don't buy books anymore, so they stopped making them. They stopped making them, but there might be a book. Go to Amazon and see if there's a Sonoma Mac Bible. They stopped making them because people don't buy them. They're expensive. Now you have the guys. No, but I don't know. There's, if I go to Amazon right now, let me go over here. We go to Amazon. And if I search here in Amazon for Sonoma Mac manual or something like that.
So what I should.
Here,
do-
Mac US Sonoma for Dummies. The for Dummies are pretty good because they show you,
Dummy say it.
yeah, they have a lot of images, so they're not bad. Yeah. Sometimes they're not as simple. So anyway, I went to Sonoma Mac manual and it looks like here's another Mac OS, Apple Mac, Mac Sonoma. So there's quite a few. I can't recommend any because the people who used to make the good ones, they don't make them anymore. So the Mac for the for Dummies series tends to be good. So I would
So what
recommend
should
that
they
one.
look for?
What?
What should they look for?
Mac Sonoma, or just write Sonoma Manual, Mac Manual, something like that. Yeah, or Mac Sonoma for Dummies, and that's the one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna close off the recording. Bye, bye, Barbara.